most interesting truth about my life is I'm good enough to be used and utilized for my faculties than I am to be put in a position where I don't have to depend on anyone. I'm always at a deficit because most people who in a situation where they don't know they specified origin is, I already had kids, I already got families, I already paid bills, I already made mistakes, I already made good decisions, I already figured it out. I had a structured circumstance, a lot of things wouldn't happen. And it only happened in my ignorance. Not that I'm dumb, but that I didn't know. And the people that had been placed around me chose not to put me into awareness rather than to utilize that source for their own personal benefit. And sometimes that meant pain. To me, you know, it don't matter. Who gives a fuck about the nigga anyway? I know for a fact that's the conceptual notion, you know. I ain't got the money to get to Puerto Rico. I ain't got the money to get to Jamaica. But I'm not the heritage of an enslavement of America's lands, meaning I'm not a runaway or a disenfranchised heritage of that. However, I am an orphan in the system of this whole situation because my originates is in a whole nother plane, two different continents, two different countries, two different islands, two different Caribbeans, two different tongues, and I can't get there. So I feel like a home away from home too. So I get how disenfranchised people feel. I do. We kind of go through the same thing, just different. It's a very painful experience being a living life, living specific, a living natural motherfucking being. It's difficult. I can never be anywhere for too long because even if people want to love you, they can't because the light will conflict with their inner inabilities and that'll clash with you. And so I have to leave places or there's backfires. There's backfires on a constant. I can't exist within this realm of existence. I'm not on this frequency. And I don't have the money to get home. So we sort of go through the same thing. Only thing is, I experienced life through the eyes of light, through the spirit of light, through the spirit of life. So what may not hurt another origin of a being will hurt me, if not physically, spiritually, emotionally. You feel me? I feel for real. Very difficult. And don't nobody care. I ain't got a person in this world, not one person in this world that I could say truly love me for the fact that I belong to them. Nobody. Nobody. Everybody loved me for on the basis of being able to utilize me for what they can gain. Be it monetarily, be it spiritually, be it physically, or be it all three. They're like, you 35, man. Figure out what you're gonna do with your life. How you gonna survive? What you gonna do? You need to have your own place. You need to have this. I don't even understand how in the fuck I'm supposed to figure out anything when I don't know the people who brought me into this world. But I must create a life. I know who I am, but I can't figure out why in the fuck I'm here. And I got too much pride to lay down and die before I figure that out. Come hell or high water, I don't give a fuck. I can't let nobody just burn me out before I know that. So we both fighting simultaneously. I'm fighting to live and you fighting to live too. You fighting not to die to live. I'm fighting to live before I die. You did. And for the most part, I try to make good decisions. For the most part. My only downfall in life is having to depend on people that don't want me there. Do you understand that every place that I go, I'm there for a little amount of time and I'm no longer able to coexist in that space. And it's not even personal, it's physical and spiritual. The backfires. And there's nothing I can really do about it. Figure it out. They say, oh yeah, go talk to this person, go talk to that person, go talk to this person. But the person I want to talk to is living, breathing waters. A heart thumping, warm blood, conscious mind, intelligence. You can't point me to one in America. Now what becomes of that problem? Nobody talks about it because everybody is experiencing the same cell. Maybe different floors, maybe different units, maybe different pods, but the same jail. I've been to physical jail. Had I known that in the system that I could be used and utilized in for so many more positive things, had I known that my ancestors had done this, and that, the Marcus Garveys, the Ali Selassies. You understand what I'm saying? I'd have never went to physical jail. They stick a nigga in a situation where I'm depending on these people from the South that we have very few accommodations in common. And I'm forced to figure it out. I assume I wasn't supposed to live this long. But I did. Thankfully. I do. Thankfully. I'm humble, grateful. But my level of truth is just different. And I have to be strong so I can't break down. Because if I break, I'm a fold. And I can't strike nobody, hit nobody. I can't protect myself because I don't know how, because I never had a teacher that loved me like a parent does a child. I never had an aunt or uncle that loved me because that's my brother's baby. That's my sister's baby. Blood. Blood. I know me and your mama was in the same crib together. Blood. I don't know him. I don't know granny. I don't know auntie. I don't know uncle. Blood. Puerto Rico, Jamaican. Blood. So how in the fuck can a motherfucker fault me for how I feel and how I move? And I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can.